Hello everyone! How's everyone doing today? Microphone working right away, professional streamer on point. How's everyone doing? So, obviously that the Hogwarts Legacy starts in 15 minutes. I just thought that we would kind of chat, let people file in. We'll chat about what we expect of the game. Actually haven't been really following exactly what this game is about. I know it's made by Avalanche Studios. Avalanche Studios being the studio that made Just Cause series, as well as, I don't know if you guys remember that Mad Max game from a couple years ago. What is that sound? Oh, the state of play. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. It's the state of play music. There it is. So if I did this correctly, if I go full screen here, see? It worked the first time. It worked the first time. First time. Professional streamer, guys. Professional streamer. Actually, maybe instead of playing Spotify playlists, I will play the background music to this. So epic sounding. So epic sounding. Full screen, full screen. Yeah, Mad Max was an underrated game, I thought, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's coming out this year. Oh, crap. We got another channel membership. We also had channel membership off screen as well. Welcome in. Sub hype. Yo, sub hype. CJ Turner, dude. Welcome in. CJ Turner, you're a tier 4 member, right? If I'm correct. You're a tier 4 member? Daylas, welcome in. CJ Turner, I posted a message to tier 4 as well as tier 5 channel members. I need to select a swag package to be mailed out for April. So if you want to email press@tetraninja.com, then we will have you at the beginning of April. We will have your swag package mailed out to you. I will need your full address as well as your t-shirt size, so we can mail that out to you. So full address, phone number, as well as t-shirt size, CJ Turner, and then we'll have your swag package mailed out to you as soon as possible at the beginning of April. I messaged all the tier 4 as well as tier 5 members and no one got back to me, so yeah. Thank you. I do not know anything about the game, and I said this before in a previous stream. I had not read or watched a Harry Potter book up until last year. And then Tara's a really big, huge Harry Potter fan, so we kind of powered through all the audiobooks, and we are on the last book right now. So we got to finish that before this game comes out. We're also seeing Harry Potter play, the Cursed Child play, in like July. So we really got to finish the last book before we see that, because obviously it's going to be probably full of spoilers if I hadn't finished reading it yet. So yeah, we got to make sure that we finish those. Yeah, we listened to all the audiobooks, and the guy who did the reading did a fantastic job. I forgot who the guy, he had like a British accent, but he did like an amazing job of like recreating all the voice actors. So our thing was we read all the books first, or we listened to all the books first. Once we finished the book, we watched the movie, and then moved on to the next book, watched the movie, so forth and so forth. Yeah. I don't know if it's taking place Stephen Fry, that's it. Yeah, Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry did such an amazing job narrating the books. He had such a wide range for all the characters. He did an amazing job of yeah, of just recreating them all. I think there's also another Fantastic Beast movie coming out this year. Yeah, going to the movies right after the books was somewhat disappointing. Yeah. In the book with that really evil teacher, I forget what the evil teacher's name was. I had never hated a character so much in my life, and the movies didn't do a good enough job of making you hate her as much as you hated her in the books. And then there's just like everything is, yeah, Umbridge. Yeah, like I had never hated a character in my life as much as I hated Umbridge. But like at the same time, like you hated her, but you hate her because her character was just so well written. You know what I mean? So in a way she did a good job, but in another way she's like, yeah, obviously you didn't like her. Yeah, Dolores Umbridge and her stubby little wand. It's one of those characters that you love to hate, you know? You love to hate that character. It's like the heel. It's like the heel in like WWE. I don't like how this is looking right now. I want more. I feel like there's too much lower body. I feel like I need to zoom in here a bit. That's better. Well, the fact that there's so many of you guys in the streams shows me that you guys are excited about this game as well. We have nearly 300 people in this stream just to watch this with me. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you. I'm gonna peel back. Can you adjust my hood? What's wrong with my hoodie? Like, give it a little bit more pop up. I'm like, it's like, this is like my ideal streamer clothing. We talked about that at the very beginning, Ranger, about where I am with the series, with the Harry Potter series. I'm gonna show you guys a secret of a streamer right here. 1 second. So, if you guys are regulars to my stream, you probably noticed for the most part, I wear very similar clothing, if not identical, and that is not by coincidence, because I actually have multiples of the same hoodie, like multiples of the same type of clothing, and the reason for that is that I don't like trying to decide what I want to wear in a stream, and there's like in my head, there's like clothing that is better designed for streaming. Like there's clothing that it has to be comfortable. It can't be too bright. It can't be too dark because then you kind of fade into your clothing, and I don't want to decide. So I ended up just buying the same, like multiples of the same hoodie. So if you have if you come to my streams, I'm like, this guy never changes his clothing. He always wears the exact same thing. It's just another version of. It's just another copy of the same. Yeah, cartoon character with the same thing. Exactly. It was a really nice day in Canada, and I slept for like 10 hours last night because I slept for 10 hours last night because I wasn't feeling good the last couple days, but like after today I woke up, like I felt amazing, so I feel much better. So tonight we'll also be streaming. I'm gonna get back on the Elden Ring train tonight. So there will be an Elden Ring stream later tonight again. We'll get back into that game. Slay Queen, welcome in. I'm enjoying Elden Ring. Yeah, they released. I heard that there was a patch and they nerfed and released did a bunch of updates. Welcome in Costa Rica. Welcome in. I'm doing good. The weather's fantastic in Canada right now. It's so beautiful. Super warm. Hello, Nicholas Burgers. Finks Ninja, welcome in. Omre 101, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I see a bunch of new faces that I've never seen before coming to the stream. I wasn't exactly sure. CJ Turner needs your full mailing address, your phone number, as well as your t-shirt size. I wasn't sure exactly how this, I've been doing YouTube for over a decade now. Yeah, I haven't, I wasn't exactly sure how the stream would go, but it looks like we have a ton of people in here who are excited for this game. I'm gonna do the audio to like 75%. I think will be good. Let me know if that's good. If it's too loud, let me know. Phantom Burger's been here since the mod. Phantom Burger, you are an OG, sir. Been here since the Modern Warfare 2 days. Brotherhood, right on. 1 minute left. Get excited. Good call, Vion, with the blue microphone foam. Good call, Vion Thompson. Matches that that PlayStation vibes. I don't know if you planned that. Vion, just say that you planned it.
Wands at the ready, State of Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
Wands at the ready, guys. I actually have a couple Harry Potter wands. Oh, you know, I'm such a loser. I should have busted out some of the Harry Potter wands that we have floating around the house. Man, did not think this through. All right, let's go. Let's go. My body's not ready for this.
Lumos.
Expelliarmus! Harry Potter versus
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Does he look exactly like me? Yo, guys, yo, hype! I'm in a game. In a game.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Character customization.
When you
okay.
arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late, as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries. You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways, as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve. You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
Oh, the pool? The pool?
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them.
Nearly Headless Nick.
Sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
So it's a prequel.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Lumos.
Of course there's Quidditch, right? Of course. Imagine there wasn't Quidditch in this game.
Opportunities for
People
adventure
riot.
abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Yeah, this game's pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed with what I see so
so
far.
much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? You're not telling me.
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
This is so fire!
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style. On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
The combos are so crazy.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic.
Kind of worried about microtransactions.
You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear.
Microtransactions,
This will
guys.
increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Anytime I see a loot
deploy
chest,
magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
Rubbing his
The
belly!
goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Rufflefigs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Our character looks like more like the guy from Crazy Rich Asians, Henry Golding. Looks like a young version of him.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
I'm assuming, yeah, the room would probably
You're
be like your
introduced
base.
to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Base building? Base building?
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Comb my cat with my broom?
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the
overwhelmed right
Room of
now
Requirement.
of everything that this game has to
But
offer.
there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well.
Don't you guys feel a little
Dungeons
bit
and vaults
overwhelmed right
hold
now?
perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. Master spells. Befriend new allies, journey across a landscape never seen before, uncover ancient secrets, combat mystical threats, learn long-forgotten mysteries, become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
Damn! So I accidentally opened the IGN stream instead of the official PlayStation stream, which is absolutely crazy. Woo! Thoughts? Release date?
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Dang. What's this?
The attention to detail and the passion and...
You guys can watch this a little bit later on your own time. Let's talk about it. So, what are our thoughts? So, I had a couple of questions. I have a couple of questions that I have just when I was kind of watching the game. First off, the character customization. Are we going to be able... Because the whole point of the sorting hat is that it automatically sorts us into different houses. So are we still going to be able to choose the house that we want, or is it going to be automatically done for us? Maybe we'll take a survey. Exactly how it's all going to work out. My next question is, since it's a school and obviously there's year by year, is it going to be like a procedurally generated game where you just kind of grow, or will my basic question is, are you going to have access to everything at the very beginning of the game, or is it going to be time content year by year by year by year? So is it kind of like a games as a service kind of sort of thing? It's is it going to be like a games as a service, or is it going to be mostly like a heavily single player focused game? Yeah, survey questionnaires. Oh, 100% there's going to be DLC, but my main question is it going to be, are we going to have access to everything at the very beginning, which I don't think. If I was a video game designer, I would release the base game that just does year 1. Because we have all the way up to year 5, right? So the base game will be year 1, and then you do expansions and extra content afterwards. You know what I mean? Exactly, Slay Queen. I think that there's gotta be microtransactions basically everywhere. I don't think we'll just start at year 5. That doesn't make any sense in terms of video game design. You don't want to start in year 5, especially since they showed us the scene at the very beginning with the character customization as well as being sorted into the proper house. There's no way we're skipping years 1 to 4, because that's extra content in between that they could just be trying to sell you. So is it confirmed that you start at year 5? So we do a year 1 introduction, and then there's a fast forward to year 5. We're so gifted that we just we're a transfer student. That's so crazy. That goes against all Harry Potter lore. We get transferred and start sorted, then get transferred at year 5. DLC prequel DLC will be years 1 to 4. I see. That's a late entry. Yeah. Okay. So general consensus is that we all start at year 5. Okay. I've seen the Goblet of Fire. I've seen all the Harry Potters up until the last book. We just started listening to the last book and we haven't watched the movie yet, obviously. Yeah. It's just I'm really okay, so if we started at year 5, then it just makes things more interesting, obviously, because we have more interesting spells to work with. I think that we just need to be cautious. I feel like the trailer was very ambitious of showing us everything. And it looks like a really big game for just a $60 title. So it's really gonna be like, it's almost like a given that there's gonna be microtransactions. It's just a matter of how in your face the microtransactions are going to be. To me, it doesn't seem like. To me, this doesn't seem like a game that's gonna end. I feel like it is a game that's gonna be just continually added to. So it's aiming to be like a games as a service sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, but there's just so many. There's so many games as a service games. There's only so many games as a service games that you can actually play, and there's only so many that you can play at one time. So I don't know. So I don't know if I can actually have the time to play another game as a service. Microtransactions are basically it's like there's probably going to be some sort of loot system and you pay for stuff. Yeah, if it's like a Marvel's Avengers sort of game, I can't. It's not going to do well. It's not going to go well. Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys, like, after watching that trailer, are you guys more excited, less excited? I just think that personally myself, it was a very overly ambitious trailer, and I don't know how they're gonna deliver everything. You guys are hyped? I doubt that's gonna be on mobile. Yeah, Ron, I'm kind of in the same vein as you. I'm kind of worried that it's going to be kind of like a Marvel's Avengers sort of thing. Overwhelmed? Yeah. I was so overwhelmed. There was just so much stuff. Graphically, it's not the greatest game. It's not the most technically ambitious game, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be an open world type game. So anytime you have an open world type game, it's going to be... you gotta take a downgrade on the graphics. Not overly hyped, Chris Rawlings. Nicholas Berger, after hearing me and reading the chat, you're feeling neutral. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a buzzkill. Like, the whole point of this is just to watch it, and I'm trying not to be a buzzkill to everyone, but it's just, yeah. I don't want to be that guy who's Mr. Negativity, but I'm just feeling it was a lot, and I'm just trying to be cautiously optimistic. Yeah. Preemptive score. I worry that this game is gonna. I worry how the launch of this game, how it's going to play out. Because it needs to have a good launch. If it doesn't have a good launch, it's... But then again, I have to ask myself exactly how many things could possibly go wrong with the launch. rate the potential. If I rate if you're like asking me to like rate the potential, I'd say like based on what I've seen and what they've talked about, it's probably gonna be at least a like 8 out of 10 game. 8 out of 10, guaranteed, flat out. 7.5 to 8, if I were to rate potential. But it's just a matter of, like this. The question is, how will it capture non-Harry Potter fans? How good will the game to be captured? Like if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're like absolutely gonna play this game, like day one purchase. But how do you attract people who are not Harry Potter fans? That I think that's probably the main obstacle that this game's gonna have to come over. Also, I there's also a part of me like who worries that like this is like conspiracy theorist in me, like since this game is a prequel set in the 1800s, is like the DLC gonna be like the ages of for like is like future expansions gonna like eventually just catch up with the actual timeline. So eventually we catch up with Dumbledore, we catch up with Harry Potter, Hermione, and all the other people, and then we just move into the current timeline. You know what I mean? Just like this, thinking like as a games as a service sort of thing. It's just crazy. Like, okay, I have had this conversation with multiple Harry Potter fans already, and I think J.K. Rowling has kind of also like touched on this as well. The core, yes, there's a large base of core Harry Potter fans, but with the fact that there hasn't been anything really new for the franchise in several years after the books ended. Obviously, we still have like things like the Cursed Child coming out, and afterwards, what can the franchise do to stay relevant in the world and capture new fans across everything? And that's probably the main issue Harry Potter in general faces, is how to attract mass fan appeal when the fact that they're not books constantly being released right now. You know what I mean? If that rambling makes sense to you guys. It's like what does it do to, what can the series do to stay relevant, basically? No, it's a multi-platform game. It's on Xbox as well as PC. No, you get like fan fiction caters to the core Harry Potter fans, though. How can you offer fan fiction as something as a barrier to entry to new fans? People still play Pokemon because new Pokemon and new games are being constantly added. Nothing's really being added to the Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want. You don't want it to be like it's a completely different situation with Wizards Unite. So if you guys are unfamiliar, Wizards Unite is the basically Niantic's version, is basically Pokemon Go branded as Harry Potter. And after several years of being run, the game was just actually shut down more recently. I don't think that is an equivalent comparison, but that's kind of what I'm trying to allude to, of how do you keep things relevant with it? I think that it's inevitable. If you're a PlayStation 5 owner, eventually you're going to have to expand your PlayStation 5 storage at some point. It's just kind of like a given. yeah, pulling in new fans and trying to keep. But the thing with Fantastic Beasts is that generally speaking, from what I talk about, is that Fantastic Beasts isn't like, if you talk to core Harry Potter fans, none of them are that hyped about Fantastic Beasts. No, it's not a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's on Xbox as well as PC. Welcome in, Young King. Welcome in. the Power Ranger store's over there. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, I think we've touched on it a bit here. Yeah, Fantastic Beasts is basically a prequel as well. You kind of get from what I get, is like it's like the coming up of Dumbledore. I just started getting into Harry Potter, Mayonnaise, like last year. We listened to all the audiobooks and watched all the movies up until the last book. We have just started listening to Deathly Hallows. We're like 1 or 2 chapters in. Eric's going in with the flop. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is a prequel. Yeah, I'm going in being cautiously optimistic of the game. You can find the Stephen Fry audiobook somewhere on the internet, even if you're in the US. It's gonna be fresh, yeah. I'm hoping that it is good. Okay, before we leave, everyone tell me what tell me what class, what gender you're gonna be and what class you're gonna be. What house are you guys gonna be? I will probably play as a male, and I'm gonna let my fiance choose my house for me, because Tara has always, white boy Isaac, you need to calm down or you're gonna get a timeout. I'm gonna give you a timeout, actually. You're talking too much. We're talking about Harry Potter today. Male Slytherin or... So Tara says that she's always envisioned me as a Gryffindor. So I'm gonna say male Gryffindor. I know that's kind of like a basic choice, but I'm not choosing my house. Tara says that I'm either a Ravenclaw or a Gryffindor. And I said, what happens if I chose a Slytherin? And then she basically said we couldn't get married if you were Slytherin. Just like she wouldn't because she couldn't marry a Slytherin. Yeah. I'm not a Hufflepuff. I know that for sure. Your character was already in that. Yeah, like I said, male Gryffindor does sound very mainstream, doesn't it? Yeah. Yo, though, are you gonna have access to the forbidden magic though? Are you? Oh, I wonder what would happen if you shot a forbidden spell. Would the entire world just explode, and would you get expelled from school? Would we just bust out Nevada Kedavra somewhere, and would we just get straight up expelled? Was there a I didn't see a green spell. Did you guys see a Avada Kedavra? I didn't notice one. I was just kind of getting overwhelmed by the whole trailer altogether. Dang, there was. Holy. Did anyone see a Crucio? It was in the final scene. Dang. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Thank you. All right. I think we're good. Everyone has inputted their thoughts, their feelings. Hopefully there'll be more gameplay in the near future. Thank you guys so much for accompanying me watching this state of play. Crazy amount of people came to watch with me, and I greatly appreciate all of you. So thank you guys for coming out. There will be a Elden Ring stream later today, so you guys can look forward to that. I'm not exactly sure what time, but it will be later today. Probably play for like 2 or 3 hours, unless I get stuck on a boss. Then good chance that we could be here for like 5 hours, but who knows. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out. We'll talk more about this game in the future, and everyone have a good